there has been an awful big problem here with the past number of years, as the weather seems to have been getting wetter and the land is being decimated with the soil erosion. Now there has been an awful lot of wildlife in this river here with otters, and you have the pearl mussel there, and there's a lot of birds and fish in this river here, but with soil erosion it seems to be killing off a lot of these, and all the plants along the bank of the river seems to be getting destroyed as well with it. Now I was hoping, it's just a part of it, that this wildlife project that is being undertaken here should help the farmers in a great way if it can stop the soil erosion over the coming years and maybe regenerate new growth along the river for birds and fish and all the extra wildlife that maybe would come into the place. Now this land here is a special area of conservation, and I am out, as I was in the reps for the last number of years, and now I'm in the new EOS scheme, which provides wild bird cover, which I am doing for the birds over the winter, and I plant grain and kale just to keep the wildlife in the area. Now I hope that with this project and with the rest of the farmers getting involved in the thing, I think it should be a great project for the area and help the local farmers as well.
From an educational point of view, it's really important that children are aware of their local environment and the uniqueness of where they live. Duhallow is an important place for wildlife, with many examples of wildlife living here, including the Atlantic salmon, the pearl mussel and the otter, and other rare species. Many species of wildlife are becoming rare, so it's important that we protect what we have. The Allow River is part of the heritage of Kanturk and surrounding areas. This project, the LIFE project, enables students to familiarise themselves with the wildlife and their habitats, one such being the Allow River. It's something we can all be proud of.
The Environmental Protection Agency and other agencies like fisheries, how to sample water quality using the insects, the water life. You can tell from the water life whether the river's clean or not, because what happens is if you take a water sample, all that would tell you is what the pollution that's in the river at that time, okay, whether the water's clean or not. But if you look at the insects or the fish, it tells you what's happening over a much longer period. So we show you one method, which is using a special kick net, and then we put the insects onto a tray, and you guys can have a look. And I have a little book here I can go through with you guys and show you what it's all about, okay?
Inland Fisheries Island are in place to protect and conserve our inland fisheries resource, that being the habitat as well as the fish. And as an environmental officer, that's primarily my job, to look after the health of the river and maintain habitat that's viable for our fish, our salmon and our trout and all the other freshwater species that we have. What we're doing today, talking to national school children, giving them an introduction to what's in the river and just giving meaning to what they might find when they're in the river or thereabouts. It's a proactive approach, and it teaches people to look after something they know about rather than stumble in and make mistakes. So this sort of thing is definitely positive as we would see it. We've got our sample, it's all bagged up in the bottom of the net. There's all weeds and there's bits and pieces of stick, and hopefully there's a few creatures and they're happy with the clean water. Now look at them, they're all perked up again. Just look in the net there, see if there's any big fellas, look. Shrimp. We can tease it out now because whatever's in the weed there has it's gone back to types and camouflaged again. So as we break that up, things begin to appear. This is an aquatic plant called water crowsfoot, and often if you're looking in over a bridge, you'll see this sort of stuff waving and moving in the current, a bit like seaweed.
Yeah.
And when it's in the water, it floats free and it grows not up against gravity, it just grows with the flow, and it starts to get longer and longer as it tails downstream, and it's full of little bugs crawling about. It traps some of the algae that gets broken off and mud and dead bugs, bits and pieces in it. So there's lots of food, and there's also a place to hide for some of these bugs as well, so it's very important. But that stonefly, going back to him, he's probably the best sign in the tray here that we have fairly healthy river. Now we only saw one of them, so that might suggest to you it's not ideal. When I look in there, as I said, there is quite a lot of algae. There's quite a lot of that. That could be to do with it's the first very sunny weather we've had, and that algae's going mad just now. But it would be one sign to me that there may be just a little bit too much food or nutrients getting into the river.
What are those like red ones?
Little red ones.
Kanturk Angling Club was established in 1930 and we would have membership of between 90 and 100. We also sell day tickets. We also encourage catch and release on the river. It would be most unusual, except the odd competition, for trout to be killed in any of our competitions. And we welcome anglers from outside who are interested in fly fishing. It is predominantly a fly fishing fishery. We are very, very pleased to be associated with the Life Plus programme, which is based on the Allow River. We see this project as enhancing all of the species that you will have along the river, from the Kingfisher to the Otter, and obviously all the fish species. It is very important that the bank sides are maintained and that we have a lot of tree growth along the river and bushes, because quite a lot of the food for fish comes from the overhanging trees, from all sorts of flies and bugs that would fall from these trees, along with the bed of the river where you would have the other main source of invertebrates coming up from the bottom. These would be the main source of food for the fish in the river.
Our environment is unique. It's unspoiled because we didn't have the massive developments. The old Celtic tiger, thank goodness, passed us by. So we have a fairly unspoiled environment here that is a treasure and that needs to be protected, and also, I suppose, developed for the people of the region. We believe that environment isn't only for the elite, environment is for everyone. It's for the farmers, the young people, the fishermen, the women, the men of Duhallow, and those who want to visit us and enjoy a time here.